Every science class you ever sat in, every formula you ever memorized, every medical procedure that ever saved someone you love, has an African name somewhere in its origin story, and they removed it. Ibn al-Nafis, born in Damascus, educated in Cairo, Africa, 1213 AD. He was the first human being in recorded history to correctly describe pulmonary blood circulation, how blood moves from the heart to the lungs and back. This discovery formed the foundation of modern cardiology. Every heart surgeon alive today operates on knowledge that traces directly to an African-educated scholar. William Harvey got the credit in Europe 400 years later. Ibn al-Nafis figured it out first, in Africa. When Europe was in its dark ages, African universities were the center of the known world. The University of Sankore in Timbuktu had scholars who wrote foundational texts on astronomy, mathematics, medicine, and law that European universities later built their own curricula from. European scholars traveled to Africa to learn. Let that land. In the centuries that shaped the modern world, the knowledge flowed from Africa outward, not the other way around. Imhotep, ancient Egypt. 2650 BC. He was the first architect in recorded history. He designed and built the Step Pyramid, the first large stone structure ever constructed on Earth. He was also the first physician in recorded history, writing medical texts describing diagnosis and treatment based on clinical observation 2,000 years before Hippocrates was born. The Greeks later turned him into a god, because they had no other framework for what an African man had accomplished 2,000 years before them. They removed African names from the foundations of science. They credited European scholars who came centuries later, but the original work, the first discoveries, the foundations that everything else was built on, came from African minds. The next time someone tells you Africa contributed nothing to science, remember Imhotep, remember Ibn al-Nafis, remember Timbuktu, and remember that the truth was always in the evidence. They just chose not to teach it. Follow Echoes of Africa. Save this, because this history belongs in every science classroom on Earth.